Toledo, and we are between Toledo and Dayton.
Oh, sorry, other way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll never need to know where Lima, Ohio is. It's about an hour east of Fort Wayne, Indiana. All right. Have I ever told you about Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Museum.
The Fox Island Nature Preserve. Have I ever told you about Fort Wayne, Indiana?
I'm going to be there February 18th, 19th, and 20th with David Tell.
In Fort Wayne, Indiana. Did you know Fort Wayne, Indiana is about an hour west of Lima, Ohio?
I do now.
All right. Well, MapQuest that and print it up, and then tape it to your dashboard, and you'll be fine. Hey, listen, the Cavaliers pull out a squeaker last night against New Orleans. 93-90 was the win against the Pelicans. Were you at that game?
No, I wasn't at it, but I was watching it, and it was indeed a squeaker. Darius Garland was out, and we just kind of were a little out of sorts not having him. He's kind of the linchpin of the team, but they got the job done. Brandon Goodwin stepped up and had a big game, 21 points off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Devotion to accuracy, by the way. I mentioned yesterday that we will be doing our show live in advance of the NBA All-Star Game on Friday, February the 18th. We will not be at the Convention Center. We will be at Public Auditorium.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought, too.
Where's
they
Public
told
Auditorium?
Me it's about a block away.
Oh.
It's adjacent, too, but I was like, are you guys sure that's where we're going to be? Because all the stuff is going on at Public Auditorium. So we will, in fact, be doing the show live. Mary will be out of town, but there'll be a sausage party show at Public Auditorium the afternoon of Friday, the 18th of February for NBA All-Star Weekend. It'll be the NBA... I want to get the name of this correct here. It'll be the NBA Crossroads broadcast brought to you by Nissan. Crossroads is what they're calling that whole day there at Public Auditorium. They've got all kinds of... Well, I'm sorry?
I thought it was crossover.
No, that's...
Crossroads is...
John Grisham? No.
Yeah, okay. Crossover. You're right. Okay, so everybody who's emailing me can't get anything right, okay? I'm only the one who needs the information to tell everyone, but don't worry about me. I'll figure it out for myself. The NBA Crossover broadcast, sponsored by Nissan. Maybe Nissan isn't even the sponsor. What the hell do I know at this point? But it'll happen live on the afternoon of the 18th. So that'll be a lot of fun. There's all kinds of things going on down there while we're there.
Yeah, submitted for media credentials for the All-Star weekend for Friday, the Rising Stars game, and then Saturday, the All-Star
The Clorox
Challenge.
Rising Stars game?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Clorox. Couldn't do it without Clorox.
The State Farm All-Star Saturday night?
That'd be the one.
Now, the one I'm excited for is the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Because it doesn't say who's in it. They won't tell you who's in it. That's at the Wolstein Center. These are all over the place. The NBA crossover event is happening at Public Auditorium. That starts at noon, and then we'll start up at 2 o'clock. But these things are all going on. Why am I coughing today? All around Cleveland.
You're in a...
Yeah, because I'm not getting the right information, and I'm coughing all of a sudden. There's too much pepper in my tuna salad today. That's what it is. And there's still... Lodged.
Local radio host overcomes pepper overdose. It's a feel-good story.
I forgot this auditorium was even there. I forgot.
Public Auditorium?
Yeah, this is where they had the X Factor auditions. I forgot all about it.
That's where they used to do the Rock Hall inductions, right?
Is that the same as Public Hall?
Oh.
No, Public Hall, which is
different.
across from the library, I think, or across from something.
Yeah, this place is massive. I didn't mean the X Factor auditions. I meant the voice auditions, because I remember I took my friend here.
None of us would have caught that. We would not have known at all.
I'm glad you cleared it up, though.
Thank you. Well, again, devotion to accuracy. So, NBA events, all the experiences there for the 2022 All-Star Game in Cleveland, Ohio. How's going on? I got a letter from, and I've lamented this case before, and I love playing the clips if somebody sends them to me or if I find them. I've lamented and screamed about the fact that for whatever reason, when people are using the iHeartRadio app that we incessantly promote, that sometimes they will have a less than optimum experience. To wit, sometimes advertisements will just drop right in the middle of us doing things. And that's what happened with Friday's Bill Squire Get Down.
Again, they love doing it then.
Again, right? They just can't squeeze enough advertisements into this podcast.
And the thing is, we set that podcast up in a way for there to be a specific part for the advertisements.
I do it manually.
Yeah.
I manually insert segments that are for advertising.
Yeah. And they still can't get it right.
So I got this from Thomas, who sent me a clip from Friday. Here's how it would have sounded had you listened like he did, like we ask people to do, to listen on the app.
Live streamer! It's Friday!
Appliances set the tone for your kitchen. Discover the best at the Home Depot Design Center.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's a good time. Can't even get through the Friday Get Down with Bill Squire, which is brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey, by the way.
Not Home Depot.
Not Home Depot. They don't pay one thin gilder for the Bill Squire Friday Get Down. You're right, I am going to be aggravated today.
That's okay.
Yes.
There's days like that.
But it's the top of the show. So I'm gonna get the poison out now.
There's days like that.
Oh, I thought you said Thursdays like that. I'm like,
There's days
there's
like
days
that.
like that.
Okay.
Yes.
I did a special Friday Get Down for some customers that came out to the show that I did on Friday. After the show, they're like, oh, we have this 6-year-old daughter. She's a big fan. And I was like, can you take a picture for her? And I was like, I'll do you one better. And I did a Friday Get Down just for her. And that was fun.
They're like, we just wanted the picture. You're
No,
screaming in
like,
this
just chill.
kid's voice, and
I'm just kidding, yeah.
this. How old was she?
6.
6. I
You're
mean, she wasn't
screaming
there.
in her voice,
In her
in her face.
No, I'm screaming on the phone.
They're like, we just I know already.
Such a mess today.
We just wanted a photo.
Yeah. No, they were into it. They liked it. And I was like, do you want me to do a Get Down? He's like, she would love a Get Down.
Yeah.
So I did a Get Down for her.
All right, well that was nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Now, what was the galugga?
What was the galugga? I did, I can't remember.
Okay, I didn't know
First grader.
Yeah, maybe so. Nothing wrong with that.
I think he sent it to me. I can send it to you.
I just like a picture. Listen.
Have you ever done that where people will be like, oh, hey, listen to the show, blah, blah, blah. I've done that before. I'm like, yeah, do you want a picture? And they're like,
No,
I guess.
no.
They're like uncomfortable. I was like,
Nope.
oh, man.
Nope.
I've done that one time and
No,
one
because
time
I don't,
only.
because I don't want to be in a photo, and so I'll never offer.
Yeah.
If they ask, I'm happy to do it.
It's
but
when they
I'm never
linger a bit.
Yeah,
looking to get
that's-
my photo taken.
That's
Well,
how
like-
I try to get it, like, to end a transaction. Kind
Yeah.
of be like, because if they're just like hanging out, it's like, so what are we doing now? I'm like, I'm trying to live my life, man.
Right.
So what are we doing now? Is
Yeah.
that a thing?
Like, that's kind of their
They're just
body
kind of
language.
hanging out,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, do you want like a picture or something?" They're like, "No, we just wanted to stand here." Oh, okay.
Oh,
But-
you asked them.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like when it's awkward at the end, like you've done your meeting and your hey, love the show, that kind of stuff, and then they're just kind of hanging out. I'm like, did you was there anything else, or you know?
So, how about
Right.
those Cavaliers?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I did that exactly one time, and I think I was still an intern. And it only takes one time to teach you, because I was out at a bar crawl, and it was this lovely black lady. She's like, oh, my gosh, you're my favorite part of the show, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're so cute. I was like, oh, thank you. Would you like a picture? She said, oh, no, I'm good. And then she still continued with her conversation about how much she loves me and how
Just
much.
doesn't want to see your
Like,
face.
she just does not want a picture with me.
Oh, thank you.
And I was just trying to like brush it off, but I just couldn't get over the fact that this lady was like lingering and she was so infatuated with me. I'm like, well, now why don't you?
Infatuated. Boy, this thing jumped.
Infatuated.
Infatuated. I got to let these things go. It really jumped up a notch. She was infatuated with you, but didn't want a photo.
She did not want a photo. What, bitch?
Maybe she wasn't feeling the way she looked at that time,
Maybe.
but it was on a bar crawl. So.
Here's the get down Bill did for this person's 6-year-old. Is there any expletives in here?
No, she's 6 years old, so
That
That
doesn't
don't
mean
mean
anything.
nothing.
That doesn't mean anything.
I kept the expletives out of it.
Caden! And you got to get down on Friday, Caden, but you can't have
Caden?
Caden is the
This a girl?
Yeah.
even whiskey. You're too young. But thanks for listening to the Alan Cox Show. Radio listener.
I was done by the time.
I know you're fried,
I'm fried.
man.
Like after doing a half-hour of comedy and driving to Barberton, like
Always
it was,
take the photo.
No,
I'll
it was
do
fun.
you one better.
She liked it.
Oh,
I was feeling because they were.
I have a nephew named Caden. That's why I asked.
Yeah, they were just
Niece.
very enthusiastic customers, so I wanted to give them a little
Maybe
something
with
extra.
a little premium,
Yeah.
a little value added. Gotcha. What about pulling a lock of your hair and offering them that?
I don't know if she
Can
would
we
want
make that the go-to?
You
It's
just like
instead of do you want a picture? Like, do you have any scissors? I'll give you some of my hair if you're into that.
You have a 6-year-old. You carry baby scissors around or anything like that?
Safety scissors.
Ma'am, do you have like cuticle snippers or anything like that? In your
pocket
purse?
knife, probably.
Yeah, pocket knife. Mm-hmm. For all the people asking, no, I am not coaching the celebrity game. I was, of course, when we did that event with Kyrie Irving many, many years ago, I was the coach of that team. In that, I wore a jacket and carried a clipboard.
Good job.
And waved it wildly in the
on
air.
The clipboard?
Pictures of the Golden Girls. Quite
Hand-drawn?
literally. Yeah. No, literally.
No, he had pictures of the Golden
Girls. Just to keep myself in the zone. Centered. And in the zone. That's right. They did that, speaking of, they did that Betty White tribute show last night. And, people on Zoom or whatever. And Bryan Cranston was talking about how his parents, Bryan Cranston has talked about how his father was kind of, he never really made it big, but he desperately wanted to be a successful actor. But Bryan Cranston's parents were on Betty White's first sitcom in the 50s. Because Betty White, for people who just got to her at the Golden Girls and whatever, she had her own, I think she was the first female to have her own talk show on television. She had the Betty White Show. She had all kinds of things.
My parents were actors. My father and mother worked with Betty in 1952. She was doing her show, Life with Elizabeth. Del Moore played her husband, and their neighbors, these young kids, as they call them, the kids, came over and pitched an idea for some commercial jingles. All of them were terrible ideas.
But the very best is the fit you get when you wear Fitzsimmons shoes.
To be able to see my parents having fun and engaging with Betty White, it was really heartfelt for me.
Boy, Bryan Cranston's like Zelig. He has got a connection to everything. He was in the Louis Anderson sitcom that nobody watched. And his parents were part of the Betty White's early show. And he's Tim Watley and...
They walked so he could run.
Indeed they did.
Yeah.
Indeed they did. Hey, I've got $1,000 for you to try to win here, so I hope you do. It's a chance to go fund yourself. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at WMMS.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
You know what tomorrow is? Traditionally?
Groundhog
Day, yeah.
Tomorrow's Groundhog Day, that's right. And while most of this country, if not the world, fixes their gaze on one Punxsutawney Phil out there in Pennsylvania, out there at Gobbler's Knob, Punxsutawney Phil is not the only groundhog that is somewhat well known throughout these United States. There's another one named Milltown Mel. Milltown Mel is the famous groundhog who predicts the weather out there New Jersey way. And Milltown Mel died.
Nobody cares about Milltown Mel. Nobody. That's the groundhog you get off Wish. Right. No one's worried about him. Shut up, New Jersey.
But it's the Garden State. But to die just before your one big day. No one's thinking about groundhogs any other time of the year. They're not thinking about them on February 1st. They're not thinking about them on February the 3rd. It's your one day for people to go, I see you. There you are. New Jersey, or this town in New Jersey, has had to cancel Groundhog Day because of the unexpected demise of Milltown Mel.
Poundcake, is he a quitter?
Yes.
Now, what if he doesn't have any awareness of what day it is? Because he doesn't know.
he should want to survive by any means necessary. So too bad.
Now, what do you think the average lifespan of a groundhog is?
I bet it's longer than you think. I'm going to say 18 years.
I was going to say 23 years.
I'm going to go like 10, 12 years.
The reason that these people were not shocked, they were upset, of course not shocked, is the average lifespan of a groundhog is 3 years.
Oh, geez.
Only 3?
Only 3. So their Facebook posting talked about how Milltown Mel crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. What's all this Rainbow Bridge crap? Anytime somebody's pet...
Yeah, that's what a
Where's
pet
that?
is.
What's that from, though? Must
Mario
be
Kart.
from...
The Bible.
The
Mario Kart.
Bible. And that, yay, Jesus passed across the Rainbow Bridge.
Well,
from what? Mario Kart?
That's a Rainbow Road.
Anywho.
I thought Rainbow Bridge was just for pets. This guy's not a pet. Mel?
Well, someone kept him. He was a kept pet. They didn't just have to go out every year and find him in the woods and hope they found him. I mean, he had a handler and somebody had him, you know.
I didn't know cats lived to be like 30. I had
Some
no
do.
idea, dude. Because my cat's going to be
If you're
8.
really unlucky, they do.
My cat's going to be 8 this year. And I was like, man, I should probably start making some preparations. She's probably going to go soon. And then I looked it up and they're like, the average house cat lives 24 years. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, because they have no stressors on their body.
Nope. Like,
They're
she's-
lying around all day long.
She's not going anywhere.
No.
It's like, bitch, you trying to get rid of me?
Right, I got 16 years left with this cat.
God, she's going to outlive you.
I'm going to be 50 before this cat dies.
And my ex-wife has 2 older cats, and they're still not even 20 yet.
That's crazy.
But they, then they have so many cats. It's aggravating, but I don't have to be there. It's nice.
Work it out, Bill. Work it out.
I am working it out. But just like seeing how raggedy those older cats look compared to the younger cats, I'm like, are you guys sure you want to stick around for 5 or 6 more years? You guys look done.
Their eyes don't work.
Yeah.
The most disgusting thing I ever saw on Hoarders was this house was obviously a hoarder house, and this lady had a cat, and she's like, I haven't seen my cat in I don't know how many years. And they found it smashed in between 2 boxes, and it was just all decrepit and dry.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, what do you think happened when A, you live in a hoarder house, B, I haven't seen my cat in a long
she
time.
was like, I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Around here somewhere.
And it was.
See,
just
cats
dead.
become like furniture.
You don't even
Nobody
notice
ever
them.
cares where their cat is.
Well,
Like you
'cause cats
always
do their own thing.
You always know where your dog is. They're at your feet or they're on the bed or something like that. Nobody knows where their cat is. Nobody cares where their cat is. That's why I don't understand why people are way into cats.
Well, 'cause
they
they-
get them for their furniture.
No, cats are loving on their own terms. So when you're hanging out on the couch, they'll come sit with you for a little while. I'm
Who
like,
wants
hey,
an
let's
animal
hang
that's
out.
loving on their own terms? I pay for your life.
Yeah.
I pay for everything.
You know what I read?
I don't just need something lying around.
I read that people who don't like cats, it's because they have to be in control, and cats are not an animal that are easy to control.
Yeah, I need to be in control.
So that's what it is.
That's
It's not that.
This is no shock.
So
Yes.
the cat will come and.
But I also don't see the point of having an animal that you get because you don't need to take care of it.
Not because you don't need to take, but for someone like me who travels all the time, my cat I'll be sitting on the couch, she'll come cuddle up with me, we'll hang out, we play, she'll fetch, all that kind of stuff. But I can leave her for 3 days at a time and it's okay.
Why have a pet then?
For the other 5 days, how many days are in a week?
You can't
the
sit
other 4
there.
days.
You can't sit there by yourself.
I can't.
You got to leave a pet alone for 3 days.
I don't have to, but that's what my job is.
Right, but then why? I mean,
I had
you
the cat before I was traveling.
You had a cat before you became a comic.
I got my cat in 2014.
And when did you start stand-up?
2012. I was still a comic, but I wasn't on the road. I was just doing local stuff. I was only 2 years into comedy.
No, but you wanted to go on the road.
Yeah, but I
So
also
you got
had
a cat knowing A, it was going to live for 30 years.
I did not know that.
And
Found
B,
that out today.
I
yeah.
found that out last week. No, I also had a fiance in a house at that time. So
These friends of ours that we stayed with over the weekend in Grand Rapids, they have 2 big dogs, just got another dog. They have 2 big dogs and they have 2 cats. And the dogs are constantly running around like dogs do. They want to go outside, they want to play, whatever. The cats, nobody knows where they are. Nobody cares where they are. One's lying on his back on the fridge.
Yeah.
And the other one's, I'm like, oh, is this they're so sweet. They're so, and that's
'Cause they are.
That's fine. But I don't understand that. What does that mean? My cat is so sweet.
she'll come up and sit in your lap and cuddle with
Just
you.
like a
and
dog
pet.
does.
Yeah, and you can pet them and you can lay with them, but they don't need as much attention as dogs. They kind of do their own thing. They're not always right up in your face trying to eat your food.
Cats
They're
are
not
for
like that.
cat, but some cats are.
Some are, but most of the time
So you don't know what kind of cat you're going to get is
That
my
is
point.
true.
You don't know what kind of cat you're going to get. So what that means is going in when you choose a cat, you're specifically going for an animal that won't require much of you.
It's for, you just kind of want to hang out.
You
Cats
want a piece
are very
of
chill.
You want breathing furniture is what you want.
No, you want something that isn't all up in your face all the time.
Some cats are though. That's my point. You don't know what kind of cat you're going to get.
I guess.
Just like some dogs are super chill.
Yeah.
You know, my parents have Chihuahuas, right? But they somehow lucked out and got the most chill Chihuahuas on the planet.
Right.
These things are never in your face. They'll let you pick them up.
Yeah.
They don't have any choice. But the cat thing, you know.
It's just a friend, a roommate. You know,
A
you go
roommate.
hang out in your part of the house, and when you want to have a convo, I'm here. We can cook dinner together if you want, but
you pay all the rent. You pay for
do you know how
everything.
cheap a cat is?
No, I don't.
My cat costs $50, all out the door.
Over
everything
what
I
period of
needed.
time?
Everything I needed for my cat cost me $300. Shots, everything included. And then I buy one giant 16-pound bag of food, probably 3 times a year, and scoop that out for her. So she might cost me $200 a year between litter and food and everything.
But you got to scoop out that litter box and the whole
It's
thing.
not that big of a deal. You have to pick up your dog's poop outside.
Yeah, but I get exercise.
Well, I play
I'm
with
walking
the
the
cat.
dog, huh?
I chase the cat around. You don't know what
You're
my
not-
exercise is.
You're chasing a cat around.
Yeah.
No, you do that thing where you like flinch at it and it runs. Yeah, it's not chasing the cat around. Were you like wearing a track in your carpet chasing the cat
Well,
around?
I have like a string, on a little, like a handle with a string on it, and we'll run around the apartment. And she'll chase the string. We'll do that.
What fun. Anywho, Milltown Mel has shuffled off his... so they've called off the prognostication. So unfortunately, people in Milltown, New Jersey, they have no way of planning now for winter and or spring. They have no way to know what's going to happen. So I wonder if people in the Punxsutawney Phil camp had something to do with this. They were trying to eliminate the competition. Mel lived on the property of a funeral home. That's convenient. Near New Brunswick, New Jersey, but he is now dead. So R.I.P. Milltown Mel. Right before Groundhog's Day. The big marquee day for him. I'm going to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 3519.